that last offensive possession looked like just like a clear out ice.
Yeah, it was just nice for Dame.
And just thought process on going there, not maybe bringing up someone else first.
Not a lot of time. He wanted a quick action, so he's pretty good one-on-ones. Just give Dinwiddie credit. He did a great job.
Defensively, that last possession against Russell, I don't know if it was a broken coverage. It looked like Brooke wasn't sure if he should switch.
Yeah, it wasn't a switch. We wanted them to come up to try to take the ball out of Russell's hands, but the switch is what got us. We knew they were going to do something to try to get Dame on him, and I could have had Pat Beverly, someone on the floor at that time. If they had missed, we wanted to be able to push the ball up the floor and spread it so they would have to foul us. So, but give them credit. I thought the biggest play for them was the three-point play. That was a crusher.
So the thought process behind no Pat Bev for Dame there was just
if you miss and it's a loose ball and you want Dame on the floor to get fouled, so.
D'Angelo season high 44. I mean, the threes were one thing. Obviously, he was finding a way then.
Yeah.
So did you like the way he ran off the line a little bit to kind of force those floaters through?
Yeah. You live with contested twos. He made them, but you would rather have that than the other shots. So I'll live with that. I still want to watch it. Like first half, I think they were shooting almost 60%. So I didn't think we had a great defensive night tonight. I thought in the first half, they killed us on their rolls, and that should have been covered. We usually have a low man there, and we didn't tonight. So the second half, I have to watch.
I guess along that, in the first half, 40-point second quarter, again, which sort of turns things. That was, I think, Golden State was a 40-point first quarter.
Yeah.
Kind of what, was there
No, I think it's both ends, though. I think it's a lot of it is defense. And then, again, we go in these stretches. We did in the third quarter again. These bad offensive stretches as well. So they get out in transition and get buckets as well. So I think it's both. It's not just one.
Just the execution overall on down the stretch, especially.
Well,
what did you like? That you did like?
Probably 3 out of 5 of our plays were really good, and that's including the last one with Dame. We'll live with that all day. Like Dame, closest games, I have no issues with that. But we did come out of a timeout and mess one up, and so what we're trying to teach our guys, like, you can't waste possessions in the NBA game. It's all more about playoffs. That's all I talk about. Like, regular season, you can get away with it. The playoffs, I called the time, I think, with 3:06, and we didn't execute the play. We turned it over and they scored. Those are things that change games for us. So those are the things we have to get better. Other things, I thought we did pretty well. I thought defensively, we still have to get better.
I would say defensively in the fourth quarter, you guys were in that zone a little bit.
Yeah.
What did you think of how that kind of went?
The zone was great. They scored the 1-3, I think, to end the beginning of the fourth, and we should have got out of it on that one because they had put all the shooters in, and they had a timeout to run something. We took the gamble, and we lost that one.
We've talked about trying to keep guys in front defensively. With Russell, did you feel like switching wasn't going to be able to get done with?
No, especially they were using the fives. They were putting Bobby in switches and Brooke. That's tough. Well, I'm sure I don't want that coverage, for sure.
On the other end, Dame has a double-double, Giannis triple-double.
Yeah.
Playmaking actually is what got things going.
It was fantastic. That's why, listen, you want to win all these games, but that's the stuff that we're going to keep doing more and more and more until it becomes us. There was a stretch where Dame and Giannis were playing a two-man game, and it was unstoppable. And we're trying to just encourage it more. And what was beautiful about it is everyone scored. Dame scored, Giannis scored, Pat scored, the ball was moving, Bobby scored. That's what we got to get to. And that's where you look at our team and you're so confident in our growth. That's what I see every day.
What is it about them playing that way that allows the other guys to also score?
They're good. No, really, it's not rocket science. It's the two best players in the gym doing something together, and it forces the defense to do something else. And it's that simple. I'm not trying to be. They're good players, and they know how to play. You put them together, you create problems, and they just have to be patient with it and work it more. and they're starting to do it, and that gives me confidence.
In the second half, you were telling your team, get the ball off the floor, pick up the pace.
Yeah, pace.
Responded.
Yeah, they did. They did a good job because it was too slow. Pace in the first half, walking the ball. We were at 16 and 14 a lot tonight, and we want to get the ball up the floor. I think Dame saw that, which is a good thing for us too.
I know you've been keeping big picture in mind pretty much the whole way here, but did this feel like any kind of just missed opportunity?
Yeah, but it doesn't. I mean, it's again. You'll learn me. It is a missed opportunity. But if we had won, that doesn't change anything. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to go and get better. I thought we had the game in our hands and we let it go. That happens, and that'll happen again, and we'll win some the other way too.
You mentioned Pat Connaughton. I think 17 points tonight. That's the most he's had in a long while. What did you see?
It's what I told you a week ago. He's back. I don't know where he went, but he's back like he really is. We talked, I want to say, at All-Star break before, and I told him that's stuff between him and I, and he has responded. He's been phenomenal. He's aggressive. He's rebounding. He's playing like the Pat Connaughton that we were scared of when I was in Philadelphia, and it's good to see.